And so I got paired up with my instructor to MiG-21, like day one. And I think I'd been up at Tonopah, maybe I have to look it up. I know exactly the day I got there, first day up north, and then the first day I flew. I'm going to guess a week, maybe 10 days in between. But
Okay.
you start off with, okay, here's your dash one, your flight manual. And the flight manual we had, it was basically, we being Red Eagles, had written those ourselves. We basically had gotten into all the intel and data that we could get from either foreign technology division, other flight managers we got from other countries, and we dissected that and basically boiled it down and put it into something we could understand. So, if you open it up, you'd say, okay, aircraft general, aircraft systems, all this stuff. It looked, oh wow, it's just like an F-16 manual, only it's about a MiG-21. So we put it into a format, whether it's a dash one or an ATOPS manual that the Navy would understand, but it looked the same, emergency procedures, all that. So that was a great thing. Early on, the early days, they didn't have that. But by the time I got there, they had gotten to it.
Okay.
They were just finishing up. So I had that. So I read that. If there were any accident reports, so we read all those. That was particularly true when we got to the MiG-23, because by that time I had two accident reports, one of our own, Mark Postai, who I told you had gotten killed, and then General Bobby Bonds, who I ejected from MiG-23 June of 84. So we had that to go. We go, okay, I'm not going to do that. But other than that, it was like, okay, you go out to an airplane, you sit in it, you go through some systems with, my IP was Microy, call sign Mach, and, former F4 guy, aggressor, former Eagle guy. So, a lot of experience by the time he got to the MiG-21. So he used my IP, sat me through, gave me some stuff on the systems. Here's how it works, general flows, start procedure, shutdown, go through, spend a bunch of days going through engine procedures, failure, SFO, how's the airplane going to handle, boost system, yada, yada, yada. I won't get into all that, but that's how you did it. You just basically sat in the airplane. He'd sit on the windowsill with you and go, okay, let's do this. Go through here, go through the start procedure, shut down, taxi out, this. And that's how you did it. And so you spent about a week and a half going through that kind of structured, if you want to call it, syllabus.
Okay.
And then came for your first day to go ahead and crank up the real thing. And we had a day, first day was called, this is your taxi day. And taxi day, you're thinking, well, why would that be a big deal? Well, we don't have hydraulic nose gear steering like everyone else does in the Western world. We had the old MiGs, basic pneumatic brakes. And that was, if you could get the airplane to the end of the runway, you were golden, because that was so foreign to us. Okay, if I want to go left, I don't have a button at the bottom of my control grip to just click on it and I can push the rudder and I go left or right. Oh no, you've got so much. I'm trying to remember, it was kind of like crazy. It's like 800 square, I don't know, 800 pounds of pressure of pneumatics stored in a
Okay.
bottle. And if you used it up, you got to call for a towing, because you can't make it back. So you didn't want to be that guy that ran out of your pneumatic air that's stored. Later MiGs, they made their own. Novel idea. So, but getting back to it, so the whole idea behind startup taxi day was go through your normal procedures, start the airplane up, go through your normal post-start procedures, and then taxi it out, taxi down to the end of the runway. See if you can do that. Can you get out of the chocks? Can you get around the tower and out through the fencing and get all the way to the departure end of runway 134, and then taxi all the way back without running out of air. And so you did that. That was the morning. Okay, you did that. Shut down. Go through your post-shutdown procedures. Hadn't popped the drag chute yet, so you go, okay, good. We'll save that for after lunch. Go to lunch. Come
Are
back.
you,
Okay.
sorry, with the brakes, is it the rudder pedals you're using for the brakes? Or I read something too, like there's also a brake on the control stick too, or is that different?
No,
That might be a
no.
MiG-17.
Well, that is it. Well, yeah, no,
Okay.
it's the same on MiG-21. But what you're doing is, for the listeners and your benefit, if you want to, your brake handle is at the base of your control stick. So you're having to squeeze it. And when you squeeze it, basically what you're doing is you're metering air pressure to one brake or the other or both.
Okay.
So, for instance, if I want to turn left, I push full left rudder to basically to the bottom is full left depression, and then I gently squeeze this brake handle, and that meters air to left brake, and you kind of the nose gear is totally castering, and you kind of go around the turn, and you go, oh shit, I gotta straighten out. So now you let go of the brake, and you hear the air go, and then you go, damn, I need to roll out. So you go, damn, I got to put right rudder in, and then squeeze it again to bring it back to the right to straighten out. And then you do that, and you go, okay, let go. Oh, now you go, I need to stop straight ahead. So now you got to center them, squeeze it again. So you're doing this, and as you're getting out, the crew chief's looking at you, shaking his head because he hears this, and you're thinking, he's thinking, there's no way, just get that truck ready. We're going to have to tow him back. But got all the way down there, got back, and in the afternoon, you go through, and they call it the high-speed taxi. Do the same thing, ground up, start up, taxi out. This time, you call a tower and go, hey, request high-speed, high-speed runway run. And they go, okay, mega, or they didn't use the word mega, bandit. Bandit, what do you say, 1111, you're cleared for high speed, runway, 16. So you get in position, you go through all your pre-start, pre-takeoff, flaps are at half, you got this, everything's taxiing position, you run it up, you're cleared, and you just let it go. You let go of the brakes, and you just gingerly put that thing into full afterburn. You feel this thing, and it just gives you a kick in the ass. And boom, down runway you go. You get to about 100 knots, and you go, okay, that's fast enough. So you pull it out of afterburner all the way back to idle, and then you reach over and hit the button for the drag chute. And the drag chute on those models came out. It's kind of weird because you can watch from the ground. And you go, that's really fucked up, but it worked. There's a little door on the aft left fuselage. It just basically opens, and this drag chute just kind of falls out, tumbles along the ground a little bit, and all of a sudden, poof, it pulls the thing and it opens up, and it looks like a regular drag chute, and there you go.